Okay, so with that, we will start with our new session today. First lesson for chapter 3. Before I do that, let me introduce to you a few people. I'm Brother Tan Leng Wat, of course. I think you okay. Then we have got Sister Sumitra. So Sumitra is, I'm not sure on your screen, but Sister Sumitra, just raise your hand. Some people will know who Sister. Yeah, okay. She is our main coordinator. She has been the main coordinator for many sessions, from since chapter 1 to chapter 3, and also she was the coordinator last time also for when we did that for Meta Lodge in Johor. She's very, very hardworking and a big contributor to the success of our chanting session. Then you can see Sister Lily Chiang there. Sister Lily Chiang, okay, she will be one of our facilitators. Now she's a very experienced chanter now. She started off together like us lah. She was together with us. We learned together lah. Like you lah now lah. But now she's one of the facilitators, and so she is living in Tangka, okay, Tangka, okay. And then we got Sister Felicia here, Sister Felicia, and another one of our pioneer chanters lah. We started off together again, like I said. So she's from Siti Alam. So she was one of facilitators lah. So they will help you lah. Facilitator, they will help you because sometimes it is easier for them to guide you than for me lah. And they are all very good chanters, don't worry. I assure you, their chanting is more melodious than mine. Okay, then we've got our sister Siu Fong here. You can't see her. Can you see her? Okay. Okay, today she's sharing computer with me because we are in KL. She did not bring a computer. But if we are home, then she'll be on a separate computer lah. Today she's sharing with me lah. We didn't expect to prolong our stay till today, you see. So that's why she's sharing computer with me. Okay. So, do you want to introduce yourself quickly? And we have a group photograph, maybe?
Be prepared. Okay. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so with that, let us begin with our session. I guess it is okay. Before that, let me introduce you the purpose of this class lah. The purpose and the advantage of chanting lah. The importance of chanting. You see, I started this because there was about 4 years ago. We have got the international conference of the three main Buddhist schools lah. The subject was Tilakana, that is, but okay, it's not important. We have got speakers from all over the world. We've got speakers from Russia also. You'll be surprised that we have got Russian monks also. So we've got speakers from Russia, of course, from Thailand, from Australia. America was quite difficult because the time difference was too great, so we didn't get from America. We've got, of course, Burma and Cambodia and Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia. And also on Taiwan, So what actually start this was because, see, I must remind you all that you go to any international conference also, before we begin with the conference and what we did today, we will recite the Namo Tassa list. Yeah. All will recite Namo Tassa, So I was very surprised that when it came to Taiwan's turn, Taiwan was represented by the head of the chairman of their library, things like that lah. He's a professor. He's the Harvard doctorate degree holder lah. When he started and he recited Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa very clearly and 100% flawless, and this is from China, from Taiwan, and they are not Theravada, they're not Theravadin, they are actually from Dhammadram, so they are Mayanist. But yet they can pronounce so well, that I was very embarrassed because I still noticed that many of our leaders, our speakers cannot pronounce Pāli words correctly, right? So that prompted me to quickly start this course, and then to at least some of the leaders will benefit, So now I'm very happy to know that there are many centers for conducting Pāli, that. So it has actually The reach out is like that. We won't achieve alone, definitely. But I noticed a lot of people are starting this. So it's very good. So our leaders are benefiting. Otherwise, very embarrassing sometimes, The Theravadin themselves cannot pronounce the Pali words so correctly as the Mahayanis. So, okay, that prompted me. Okay. So now the importance of Pali chanting. Number one, Pali is earlier known as Magadhi Prakrit. Yeah. Okay, the language was later refined, and new words were added. Buddha added a lot of new words, and then it came to be known as Pali. Okay, so Pali meaning the Buddha Vachana. That means the Buddha's words The Buddha's words. Pali means the Buddha's words words of the Buddha. Okay. Of course, there are controversial about these kind of research people do, but let's not worry too much of this. It doesn't help you in the spiritual development, but basically we accept the fact that yes, the Buddha taught in Magadhi because in Magadha, the Buddha chose to speak the language of the people. The Buddha can speak 7 languages, okay, but he chose to speak the language of the people so that the people in the market will understand also. He wants the outreach to be even from the lowest rung to the highest, So he taught in Magadhi. We agree, Then Magadhi later evolved because the Buddha added in a lot of new words. Because Magadhi is a Pasa language last time. So the Buddha added in a lot of new words and all those things and refined the language, put in more grammar. So the language is now known as Pali. You can't find Magadhi anymore in India. It's called, because it's called Pali. So that is our idea of Pali. Okay. So some old words like Dhamma, Nirvana, Karma, all will change. Change to Dhamma, Kamma, Nibbana. To more Pali. Although many people still use the word Dharma and Nirvana and Karma. Go ahead. So the benefits of chanting, actually, we have to remember, chanting is an ancient practice that help calms our mind down. Don't forget, very useful for our busy lives today. Many of us are so busy, we don't have time to rest. So you learn some chanting, at least 15 minutes of chanting. It is very useful. So many people find it difficult also to sit for meditation. Not all of us can sit for meditation, Some can, some cannot. So it is easier for those who cannot sit and calm their mind through breathing. What they can do is to sit and chant. Okay, this will help them to calm their mind down. When they recollect the attributes of the triple gem, the qualities of the triple gem. That's the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha Vandana that we recited earlier. Those are actually recollection of the Buddha's attributes, or the Buddha's qualities, and the Dhamma's quality, and the Sangha quality. Okay, we'll go that when we come to that, we will explain a little bit more on that. So chanting has a therapeutic effect also. Sometimes it helps people, chanting helps people with depression. People with depressive symptoms, they have sleep problems, anxiety problems, as well as increase in positive. So there are some people, particularly the older people, we find it difficult to sleep at night sometimes. We find it difficult, and some have got some depressive symptoms, sleep problem, anxiety problem. These are the people when they chant, actually helps to calm them down and help them to sleep better. Okay. And as well as this will increase your positive mood. When you chant, after that, you become more positive. You feel more relaxed. Then your attention will increase, your attention and your patience, the quality will improve, you try this now, you start chanting, and you find that your concentration will definitely increase. You've got better concentration in doing things. So some Buddhists chant to concentrate on the essence of the sutta. That's what we are doing. Okay, they establish concentration by chanting. Okay, now when we say that we chant and we concentrate on the attributes of, or the essence of the sutta, what does that mean? We are saying all along here, we are not learning to chant as a ritual. We are learning the Buddha's teaching through chanting. Okay, we are not chanting as a ritual for to win lottery, for only protection, for only this. No, no, no. But we are learning to understand the teachings of the Buddha with proper references lah. We refer to the suttas to understand. Now, so that if you have any controversial remark heard, but you hear any controversies, you refer to the sutta, then you will understand better. Of course, everybody can interpret in their own way. Unfortunately, all of us do not know Pali. We are not experts in Pali. We rely on the interpretation, no choice, correct? But however, we hope that we will introduce some of the Pali terms to you, to the best of the interpretation. Then when you chant, you can you understand a few of the words. That will help you. You help you to understand the stanzas that you are chanting. What is important is to understand the essence of the sutras. Otherwise, no point lah. You just chant, then it doesn't make much sense lah. Okay. So chanting is a very powerful way to keep your mind focused lah, so that the words chanted as well as the meaning of their recitation. That's why I said, and this is our gist, not as a ritual, because it eventually, when you understand the Dhamma and you recite the Dhamma every day, focusing on the Dhamma, it purifies your mind, correct? Okay. Chanting is also a reminder to practice the Dhamma in accordance with the sutta chanted. Okay, so when you chant a certain sutta, they remember the advice imbibed in it. Correct? You will remember the advice. For example, the Karanya Metta Sutta, it says that you must be neutral in your love, In your metta means it is loving kindness, not selective kindness or selective love. It is open for everybody, Just like, and then you will protect that people, like you're protecting your child and all those things. You will learn later all this. So that is the meaning of chanting, so that we understand what we chant. We chant and then we try to understand. So that's what we hope to achieve here. Sometimes also we say it has a therapeutic value, because sometimes we chant for people's welfare, like for health and protection. It has that quality also, not said by the people, but said by the Buddha. I can give you some examples. If time allow me to sembang a bit more, I can tell you, with the purpose of living a healthy life, they usually chant one or all the three bojjhangas. You see, we have on Friday, we have got a special program called the Bojjhanga Sutta, whereby we recite the Bojjhanga Sutta, which actually is personally advocated by the Buddha. Okay, when one of his senior disciples called Kassapa, Mahakassapa, was not well, they reported to the Buddha and said that Mahakassapa is not well. The Buddha said, okay, let's go. Buddha went there, and then the Buddha recited the Bojjhanga Sutta to him, which is about the 7 factors of enlightenment. And then Mahakassapa recovered. Okay. Then when Mahamoggallana was also sick, another senior disciple, same thing, the Buddha went over and recited the Bojjhanga, and then he also recovered. That is the power of the chanting. It has therapeutic effect. When the Buddha himself was sick, don't forget the Buddha is like you and me, he's a human, he also can fall sick on, So when the Buddha was sick, Mahachunda came and chanted for him, reminded the Buddha, you taught us like this, and then the Buddha also recovered. Okay, so that's called a Mahachunda Sutta. Mahachunda Bojjhanga, sorry. So you see, it has that kind of effect, and this is stories which are in our original books. Okay, it is not made up by modern people or superstitious people. These are in our original teachings, not made up by people. Okay. Okay, so that is one of the suttas that we can talk about. There are many more. I don't think, but slowly I will cover for you. Every week when I meet you, I will tell you the extra. And also sometimes the most popular one that I will want you all to remember is to recite the Itipiso. The Buddha Vandana is also a very powerful sutta for protection. Okay, this is found in the Dajaga Sutta. Okay, these are not made up by people. In the Dajaga Sutta, the Buddha said that also. When you are in a place where you feel a little bit different, you feel that maybe the third dimension disturbing you or you're not comfortable. So the Buddha says, then you recite the 9 virtues of the Buddha's attributes, the 9 attributes of the Buddha. That's called the Buddha Vandana. Itipiso Bhagava Arahang Samma Sambuddho. You recite that. So the Buddha says, if you recite that, then you will ease, you'll be very comfortable. If there's any being disturbing you, they will go away. This is, again, a story not made by me, but this in the sutta called the Dajaga Sutta. If for some reasons you forget to chant the Buddha Vandana, the Buddha says you can chant the Dhamma Vandana. Okay, you can chant the attributes of the Dhamma. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko, you can go that way, okay? Even in the event that you forget the Dhamma Vandana, you chant the Sangha Vandana, okay? So you have 3 options to choose. If you are feeling irritable, feeling uncomfortable, you can do that, okay? So this is the power of our chanting. But of course, you must understand what you're chanting, okay? The Buddha Vandana is about the qualities of the Buddha. Those of you who have attended our MBE course, you will know the 9 qualities of the Buddha. I will cover later when you come to this part, okay? I'll go more in details for you, just for you to understand, okay? Okay, what the words you chant, they are all very essential and effective. Okay, so this is about what. And last but not least, I'll cover this little thing for you. One last story for you is about one boy called Ayuvardhana Kumara, okay? Ayuvardhana Kumara, okay? Now, this is talking about chanting again. You know why they do the all-night chantings in the temple? If you all go to the temple, you notice that every year, most of the Theravada temples will have one night, they will chant the whole night, isn't it? They start in the evening and they finish in the morning. That is because of this little story, this boy called Ayuvardhana Kumara. You see, this one is a story. It's at the time of the Buddha, there was a little boy named, of course, his name is Ayuvardhana. So his father was a Brahmin also, and the father was once an ascetic, He also actually went out and became an ascetic, but then he gave up the ascetic life, he got married and got a child. So when he got a child, he was very proud of the child. He went to visit his friends who are still ascetics in the forest. He brought the child along. When the friends saw him, they said, "We bless you with long life." Then when the friends saw the child, they did not bless him with long life. So the father was very curious, asked the friend, why? Why don't you bless my son with long life? Why you say long life to me, not my son? Then they told him the truth. The truth is, they say, we see that your son is in serious trouble and he will pass on within 1 week or so. And that we can't do anything, So the father was very worried. And then, see, what can we do now? So that the ascetics say, you go and visit the Buddha and get advice from the Buddha. See what the Buddha says. So this father brought the son Ayuvardhana to see the Buddha. When the Buddha saw him, the Buddha again blessed him with long life. But to the boy, the Buddha didn't. So he asked the Buddha, Bhante, why do you not wish my son long life? Then the Buddha told him the truth, that the son is in trouble, that he'll pass on, he's not careful within 1 week. So the father said, what can we do to help him? Then the Buddha gave them the idea. The Buddha says, you build a mandapa, meaning a small dais in front of your house, put your son in the middle of that mandapa, and then invite all the monks, and they will surround that mandapa and let them chant for 7 days and 7 nights. Okay, that's how the all-night chanting started. So that's what the father did to save the child, isn't it? No choice, but isn't it? So he built a little platform, put the child there, then get all the monks, for 7 days and 7 nights they chanted. Of course, they changed shift. They chanted for 7 days, 7 nights. And on the 7th day, on the 7th night, that's when the ogre came, the ogre came to take the child or to kill the child. But because the child was surrounded by all the senior monks there chanting the Buddha's words, the ogre couldn't go. Then the ogre gave up. Then after that, the child lived up to 108 years. Okay, so that is why they do the all-night chanting in temples. This story is seldom told, I think. So, okay, so that is the start of the online chanting. That's how it started. So, I shall not want to take much of your time now. I've taken half an hour already. So, you must remember that when we chant, we must focus. We must focus on the meaning of the chant. We must focus when we chant. We must concentrate. It helps in the concentration. Initially, it will be difficult. I know. Initially, when you start chanting, your mind will jump here and there, jump here and there. But you continue to chant. Eventually, you can focus. You will have that calmness in you when you chant. But of course, we are not promoting all these kind of things. We are promoting for you to learn chanting, to learn the Dhamma through chanting. That is our main purpose. Okay. So with that, I think we will do today we will start off with the Pāli phonetics. Okay. I'm sure some of you have been chanting before. I'm sure some of you have chanted before. But yet I'm very sure also that although you have chanted, many of you all are not familiar with the Pāli phonetics. Why and how do we pronounce like that? So how and why we pronounce are basing on these Pāli alphabets. Okay, these Pāli alphabets are the vowels and the consonants. These are important. I shall cover for you quickly and see that our facilitators might take over after that. Okay. So we learn the Pāli alphabets, vowels and consonants. Okay. So the Pāli alphabet consists of 41 letters. 41 letters. That is 8 vowels. In English, you got A, E, I, O, U, 5 vowels, but the Pāli has got 8 vowels. Okay. And 33 consonants. Okay, 33 consonants. We in our English we got only 5 vowels and 21 consonants, isn't it? Now we got 26 in the letters, isn't it? But here we got 30, we got 41. Now we got extra. Okay, now we introduce the vowels to you. Okay, the vowels are A, R. Okay, just like our normal A in English. A is R. Okay. A with the diacritical mark on the top there with a dash there, A with the diacritical mark, you will drag it double the time lah. Instead of saying R, you say R. Okay. So that means it's the long A. Okay. A as in R or A as in R. Okay. This A with the diacritical mark. Okay. Then we come to the I. I as in E, short now. I and A same R. E. Then the long I is E. Okay. R, E, E. Okay. Then the U is the same thing again. U, short U, and the long U be U. Okay. So R, E, E. Sorry, R, E, E, U, U. And then you go to the E and the O. E and the O are always long. Okay, there are qualifications later, it will come. So E and the O are always long. If you see the word E there, you must not it's and O as in O, okay? Not O, correct? So E and O are always long. That means they don't have to put that diacritical mark there anymore. It is definitely long unless there are qualification later we come to it. So remember the vowels, we have got 2, 4, 6, 8 vowels. A, E, E, U, U, E, O. Automatic, Then, okay, the extra consonant that's coming now are actually the aspirated consonants. Okay, for instance, we got K, K. Okay, this guttural, palatal, retroflex, cerebral. Okay, we will, okay, don't worry about this part at the moment. You'll make it look so difficult, But as you continue chanting, this will automatically come to you, Don't worry. Don't worry so much. So, okay, K, we have got an extra K here. Why? Because aspirated K. First, we got K. K as in K. Very clear. K. Like in English, K. But when you got KH, then you must focus, you must stress on the H. K, K. Okay, that's called aspirated K. Kema, kema, not kema, 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 kema. You must, the aspirated K must be very clear. G is also G, normal. And we have got the G with aspirated G, G, G. Okay, you must say it clearly, G, K, K, G, G. Then we come to this N. Okay, N we'll cover later. Let me cover until T, then we go to the N. There are 4 N's here, Okay, we go to the N later better. So C also same thing, C is pronounced as C is always pronounced as ch anyway, okay? Okay, C is ch. But when you put CH, ch, you must, this is aspirated C. You must pronounce the H clearly. Okay, so J as in J, J. Then your N, okay, N we cover up after this. So again, your T as in T, same, T, 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 TH, T, T, okay, T, D, D, DH, D, D, okay, and N with a dot we come later, okay. Now, then we go to T again, T, another T, oh, okay, I missed the first T, first T has got a dot below, okay, sorry, first T, okay, we go back to line number 3, the T has got a dot below, is T, T, T. That means you say it with your tongue at the palate lah, T, T, like that lah, retroflex, okay. Then this T below dental is normal lah, T, T, T. The other T with the dot below is T, T. Okay, anyway, not so critical for you to chant for your chanting yet. Don't worry so much. Okay, TH same T, D, D, and then DH, D. Now the N is N here. Now we come to the N. You notice that we have 4 N's here. Correct? You notice that N has got 4 sounds. That is the only alphabet that is tricky here. Okay, below N is a 2M. M has got only 2 sounds. M, 2 sounds. You notice N has got 4 different N's here. First N with the dot on the top. First N with a dot on the top, you pronounce as NG, as in NG, as in SING, sing. Right? As in sing. I don't have, okay, never mind. We will have the next slide will have all the examples for you. Okay, N with the dot on top, you pronounce as NG. Correct? As NG is similar to M with the dot. Okay, M with the dot on the top or below, also NG. The next N you have here is N with the cursive thing on the top, cursive thing. Because, okay, so that one we will pronounce as NY. Nya, nya, nya. That is nasal, nya. N with the dot on the top is pronounced as nya, nya. You don't have to memorize this because as you practice chanting, this will come automatically to you. Don't worry so much, And N with the dot below, this is a bit more tricky. See, N has got 4 different sounds, N has got 4 different sounds. First N is NG, second N is like NY, nya. And third N is actually retroflex, it is n. Okay, a little bit different than the other N, but okay, when chanting purposes, I don't see, you won't find much difference, don't worry so much, Okay, N below is n, and normal N is just normal N, Okay, normal N, Okay, so N is a bit tricky. When you see when we chant later, you will get used to it. Don't worry. Don't memorize by heart. Don't worry. And then P is labial. Normal P is per, and then PH is per. Per. You must pronounce per. Okay. The examples are given in the next slide. B as in ber, BH as in ber, and M, normal M. Same, okay? Normal M as M, normal, And then your Y, R, L, V, S, H, L are normal as in your English alphabet. and M with the dot. In this case, the M dot is below, N dot can be on top of M also. The sound is the same. It's still pronounced as NG. M with a dot above or dot below is the same, right? So don't worry about that. Okay? But N has a difference. N with a dot on the top and N with a dot below, different. Okay? N with a dot on top is NG. Below is just normal N, but it's guttural. Okay? Okay, so note N with a dot, M with a dot, M with a dot, and this N. Sometimes they use this kind of long tail N. They are all the same. They are all pronounced as NG. Okay, and then the N with the muruku, I call it muruku, is called NY. Okay, it be pronounced as NY, near. Okay, we go to the to some of the samples lah. Okay, sample of the vowels. Okay, where are we? Okay, so there are two types of Pāli vowels, short and long in duration. The sound of long vowels is held twice as long than a short vowel. Of the vowels, A, I, U are short. The rest are all long. Okay, remember 5 vowels are long, only 3 are short. Now, example, A as in hut, correct? Short, hut. You don't say heart, isn't it? You say hut. Okay, so that's how you pronounce your A, short. So example, Buddha. Okay, Buddha, A. Okay. Another example, we have Namo Tassa. Okay. Okay, long vowel. Okay, we go later. Long vowel later. How do you go in your table? Go long vowel, is it? Straight away? Okay. A as in short vowel, as in hut. That means we see the Buddha. Namo tassa, and long A. Now look at long vowels. Long vowel A means you pronounce as in ban. You don't say ban. You say ban. Father. Isn't it? So you drag your A lah. The long A as in the word father, ban, or the word art. We say art, isn't it? The art of talking. We don't say art of talking lah. You know, it's the art of talking. So you drag your A little bit, isn't it? And then the example in Pali will be samma. When you have got the A behind, you say samma, not sama. Okay, Sister Sumitra has put for you, like you pronounce it as the double A lah. It's easier lah. Sama, not sama ditti, sama sangkapo, no. Sama. Pause at double M. We will come to that later, okay? Then we have got the word gacchami. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Buddhang, okay? Gacchami. Okay, so the A has a long A there. So you pronounce as gacchami. Then you go to the next one, I, as in E, as in bill. Bring me the bill, or this word, bit. Okay, it's bit here. Okay. So, okay, now you say bit, B-I-T, bit. So that kind of I, very short. So when you pronounce dutiyampi, okay, dutiyampi. Okay, that is the actual pronunciation. But when you chant, sometimes the last consonant we can drag a bit lah. We say dutiyampi. Sometimes you can do that. Or last syllable you can do that. But otherwise, the actual word is short I, duti, yampi, duti yampi. Okay, that's how it is pronounced. And then the long I as in double E, as in tree. The seeds, machine, tree, seeds, machine. That's how you pronounce the long I. Okay. In the Pali context, you pronounce as Veramani. See, the last I is an I with a dot. You don't say Veramani, Samma, Veramani. No. Veramani. You must drag your I a little bit. Veramani. Okay. E is definitely drag already lah. So she has put for you double E, Veramani. But here we are focusing on I. So remember the I with the dot means is need, like double I lah. Okay. Now the other short vowel is U. You use like in the English way, put. Very short lah, put. Put it there, put it there. Then here the word here is the Buddha. Buddha, Buddha. Don't say Buddha, Buddha. No, wrong. Say the Buddha. Bu is short. Buddha. Okay? Purisa, Purisa. Purisa. So short. Purisa. Don't say Purisa. No. So Purisa. So U as in long U would be like double O as in moon, moon. Okay? Rule. I rule the world. I fly to the moon. I fly to the moon. The Pali context will be loka vidu, loka vidu. See, we don't say loka vidu. No, we say loka vidu. Long O must be very clear. Loka vidu, loka vidu. I don't have to test you on this yet, but when we'll go to the practical part later, then we will jump up and down of this lah. Then E, E as in E is always long. Remember, E is always long unless the qualification. There is a qualification here. Okay, okay. The qualification is okay. Now, Sister Sumitra has kindly put for us. Look at the lowest part, the lowest line. Although E and O are included in as long vowels, they are long vowels. But remember, they sound short before a double consonant. We'll give you an example. Okay. E as in bed. Bed. I go to bed. I go to bed. Okay. You must drag your E lah. As in English lah. Bed. I go to bed. Now, coming to the word metta. Okay. E is short. In this case, the first column is short. Now, why is this E short? It should be meta, isn't it? We say long one. They say E is long, but no. When E and O appears before a double consonant, look at the last line here. When they appear before a double consonant, it becomes short. So it becomes metta. Metta. Okay? Metta. Karaniya metta sutta. Karaniya metta sutta. This is sutta also. Okay, then the word here, example given is metta and sati. Okay, sati and metta. Okay, because they appear before a double consonant. Okay, then E is long also, correct? E is long as in cake. Cake, isn't it? Gray, isn't it? So the long ones you apply this way. Kamesu. Kamesu. A is a long A there. You see A is a dash there. Kamesu. Short U. M-E is long, remember. So the other word is kam. Oh, same word. Kamesu. Okay, ka is a long A here. M-E is automatically long. So kamesu. If you got any questions, you can ask now. Then O also same. O also same, like we said earlier. O is a long O, but when they appear before a double consonant, it becomes short. So, okkamati, 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 yotang, yotang, right? Because there are two consonants ahead of her. But normal O is long, like a hole. Hole in one. You play golf, it's a hole in one. Okay. Now, in the Pali context, is sugato, sugato. You don't say sugato. You don't say sugato. You must say sugato. Okay. I guess in the breakup room, they'll make you practice this lah. Okay, we got half an hour breakup room. Okay. So we go to the next slide, sister. What have you got on the next slide? Okay, so remember again, okay, these are the consonants. The consonants are, C is always pronounced as CH, 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 okay. C as in ch, Charana, charana. When you see this word charana, then karana, some people will say karana to me. Many times I hear karana, but it is called charana. Charana. Okay, C as in CH. D with a dot below is as in a dot. The below one makes it a bit retroflex, they call it lah. That means your tongue must hit your palate, okay? So D with a dot below is dot, in English. But in Pali, the word they give you is dasati, okay? M with the dot below and N with the dot above are the same. It says NG as in the word sing, S-I-N-G, sing, but they put S-I-N with a dot on the top, or S-I-M with a dot on the top. It's called sing, okay? For instance, the word is buddhang. You see the word buddhang here? Buddhang, and then sango. N has a dot on the top. Many people pronounce as sangho, correct? But actually, we must pronounce as Sangho because N with the dot on the top is NG. So the word becomes Sanggho. Sangho. Okay? Sanghang, Sangho. Sangha. Members of the Mahasangha, not Mahasangha. Sang is S-A-N, the dot is sang. G-H-A-G is an aspirated G. So, Sangho, Sangha, Sangang. Okay? Then N with the dot below, we pronounce as in not. Okay, this is another tricky one. N with the dot below is different from the N with the dot on top. But M is the same. M dot below and M with the dot on top are the same. But N with the dot below and dot on top are different. On the top is NG, below is N. This is a bit retroflex also lah. Okay? As in not. Okay? Not. That's how you say in English lah. So in the Pali context, it's called Vanna. Okay, sometimes you chant, you say Vanna lah, okay lah, can lah, no problem lah. But actually the actual word is Vanna. Ayuwanna sukang balang. Ayuwanna sukang balang. But we always say ayuwanna sukang balang lah. Okay lah, okay. But be careful of this N below lah. And then N with the muruku there on top is pronounced as is near, as in Malay word lah. Near. So anyang. A-N-N-A-M is pronounced as anyang. And P-A-N-N-A is pronounced as panya. Okay, Panya. T with the dot below again. It is retroflex. It is on the top of the world. In the Pali context, Sandit Piko. Okay, to be accurate lah. Sandit Piko. Okay, but of course, you say Sandit Piko, when you chant also, nobody will know the difference lah. But okay, the actual word is Sandit Piko. Dit. Your tongue will hit the palate. Sandit Piko. Okay? And then T as in Thai. That one is Thai. That one is more dental lah. Jadi call it lah. Mana itu suruh pergi? Itu suruh lompat. Okay. So as in Thai, and then we say that in the Pali context, arahato. Okay? Oh, sorry, this O is a long O. Arahato, okay? Arahato. Every O is a long O lah. So then TVA, another tricky one is TVA is pronounced as tua, as in Malay language called tua. Okay? So TVAN is called tuang. Okay? TUANG, tuang. Okay? So TVA is pronounced as tua. You want to practice, I think I put you in the breakup room, then our facilitators can guide you on this lah. Are you ready? Okay, let me see whether I know to put you in the breakup room or not. Where's my breakup room?
Wait, Brother Tan, so we will do which slides first?
You can let them practice. You want, yeah, you can let them practice all the slides. I mean, whatever we have covered first.
This one, you mean the Pāli phonetic first?
Pāli phonetic better lah, yes.
Okay.
Because I have just run through, I didn't make them try. Maybe the breakup room you have more time to try lah, I think.
Okay.
Try on the word like charana, you know, dasati, dhatu. Okay, you practice all this lah. Sabba. We have not covered the double consonant, but I think we have lah. You can practice all this. No, go ahead and can continue with all this. Yeah. We try to finish a consonant today. The Pāli phonetics. Then next week we will continue with our first lesson with Namo Tassa.
So by the time we start with this one, number 2,
Can.
the examples.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. And then continue with the rest of the slide as much as we can.
Okay.
And come back 5 minutes before that or 10 minutes before that, then we can hear them lah. Like what we
Okay.
did for, okay. So the breakup room, can somebody organize the breakup room?